What up, guys? We are still on track with getting free money and getting free Bitcoin. And in this episode, we've received the payments. So now we're going to take that money and start putting it in a cryptocurrency exchange. Let's get into it. All right, guys, in the previous episode, we were talking about securing $5,000 in capital, and the check has now come in. Okay, so in this video, we're going to step through the final process of this right here, just to be completely transparent to all of you guys. So we will start this off with my Capital One account, from which I borrowed $5,000 through cash. The balance transfer. So I received the $5,000 and they charged me $200 for the fee. And here is the check right here, guys. So that is ready to deposit. That I'll be depositing that in a few days, probably on Monday or something. But now I owe Capital One $5,200. But keep in mind, guys, remember that I did get a Bank of America card and they pay me $200 once you spend that first $1,000. So I have completed that. So I will be receiving $200 from them. So at this stage of the game, guys, remember, I am now sitting on $5,000 of free money. Okay. So the next step in this process, now that I've secured that $5,000, is to fund a crypto exchange so I can take that fiat, that worthless US dollar, and buy Bitcoin with it. Okay, and that is what we're going to do here. So I have not heard any or gotten any feedback about which exchange you guys wanted me to use, and I was going to use Kraken. However, Kraken has started tripping and blocking people's account. So one of my main active accounts that I do a lot of trading on, Kraken has blocked that. So any of you guys that are in Kraken, I'm telling you now, get your money out ASAP, because once they did it to me, I go out and I'm seeing a ton of reviews of them doing the same thing to other people. So I will be using my Coinbase account, which I created last year. And I'm gonna just go through the whole process of transferring money over, buying Bitcoin and all that stuff. And I'm trying to get it quick. But I have not been using this Coinbase account, but I am going to use it for this particular campaign. So I've already logged transactions that I started when I created the account in November of last year. But instead of sending $500 or $5,000 over here, I'm going to send $47.50. Okay, because when we look at the transactions, it shows a history here that when I opened the account, I deposited $250. I went ahead and purchased $10 and received $9 in Bitcoin, and then I purchased more Bitcoin with the rest of the money. Now, there's a reason I did this, and let me explain it really quickly. When I registered for this Coinbase account, I registered on regular Coinbase as opposed to Coinbase Advanced, which if you click that button or this toggle switch down here, it'll take you back and forth between Coinbase Advanced, which is this one, and regular Coinbase, which is this one. Okay, now keep in mind, guys, and I'm going to show you this in detail, that when you purchase cryptos on regular Coinbase like this, your transaction fees are going to be more expensive than if you use the advanced feature. So when we're logging these transactions, I have this Excel spreadsheet, and in this Excel spreadsheet, the only fields that I really need to update are the ones in blue right here. All of these other stats are going to update for me. So I know that I invested $250 to date, and right now, Coinbase on this account is down to $225, so it's about $25 below. But this right here kind of gives me an instant view of my investment as far as how much I have put into the into Bitcoin thus far. So in stepping through these transactions, guys, I also want to show you how I log these transactions. So I made that deposit, and in this particular Excel spreadsheet, I'm tracking my loan. So I'm borrowing $5,200. I need to pay that back, and I'm going to pay it back over the course of 15 months max. Okay, so in determining that, I just say $5,200. What's this? Divided by 15. 520 divided by 15, just to be clear. So that's $346.67 a month. So I just round that up to $350 a month. Okay, so that is my goal, to have everything paid off by June of 2026, which should be fairly simple to do. Okay, and the rest, when I'm tracking my Bitcoin, I'm just logging the transactions and putting them here. So if I come out to I bought Bitcoin here, and I bought this on normal Coinbase, not Coinbase Advanced. And if you click on this transaction, it'll show you the details of it. So the amount that I spent in buying that was $9.01. So you just copy that, paste it here. That was at $9.01. I copied how much Bitcoin I purchased, and that was here, this 0.0000951. That's that amount there. And then of course the fee I paid for it. When you click on it, you see that fee right there. Okay, and ultimately it should show you about the same approximate amount here. However, note, guys, that when I'm posting this is giving me the actual amount that I paid for it. So even though this right here is saying that I purchased it at $94,000, keep in mind I still had to pay that Coinbase fee. So I want to incorporate all of that together, and that's what this Excel spreadsheet gives me the information on. So even though I paid $9.01 for that amount of Bitcoin, I had to pay a fee, and it's ultimately giving me a total price of $105,000. Hope that makes sense to you, but this is the best way to track what you are actually investing. It incorporates the fees plus the amount that you pay in Bitcoin, so you can make wiser decisions when you begin to sell your Bitcoin positions. Okay. All right. And I did receive $9 in free Bitcoin because I joined under this particular Coinbase. Okay. And I logged that transaction. I didn't pay anything for that. And that's why we see this here. That amount of Bitcoin I received, I paid nothing for it and paid no fees. And then this is when I made the transaction. But notice I made this one on Coinbase Advanced, which I recommend that you guys do, again, because you are going to be purchasing Bitcoin at lower fees. Okay. And when you click on this, you see everything in more detail. And we see that the fees paid on this one, I might have to increase this a little bit. The fees paid on this one was $2.84. Okay, so when you incorporate all that in, I paid that much for Bitcoin, I invested that much, and I paid that much of a fee. You notice that even though it was around the same time that I purchased it, my purchase amount was $94,000 instead of that $93,000. So yes, it does go up, but the fee that you're paying is going to be significantly lower. So when it comes to buying your Bitcoin, guys, do it in advance. Now, if you register for a Coinbase account and do it on normal Coinbase, go ahead and make that first purchase that's required, because by doing that, you are going to get, like right now, I think it's an extra $20. Okay, so go ahead and just spend the minimum of $20, whatever the case is, and then you'll get an additional $20 reward. So be sure to use those referral links that are listed in these videos here. Right now, it breaks down, get free money. You can get free $200 just by spending $500 on Capital One. Come down here, you'll check out these links for the crypto exchanges. This will link you to Coinbase, and by doing so, if you link to normal Coinbase, you'll get $20. If you link to Coinbase Advanced, you'll get up to $50. So choose which one you want, but make sure you at least make a purchase or begin making purchases on either one so that you can receive your rewards from that. Okay, so with that said, let's hop back over to Coinbase, and now we are going to move that $5,000 over. So I haven't deposited check yet, but I do have like $5,000 sitting on my bank account. So I'm just going to go ahead and transfer that over now. So how do I do that? I come down here, I'm going to say deposit cash. And instead of, keep in mind guys, since I already put in what, $250, just to make sure this is an even 5,000, I'm only going to transfer over 4,750. Okay, so I'm going to say 4,750, and I am going to, no, I don't want USDC. Let me see, transfer from my Wells Fargo account. Okay, and let's see if I do want to make sure this is in US dollar. Okay, cool. All right, and so I got $4,750 that I'm going to deposit into Kraken, or sorry, I need to scratch Kraken out my vocabulary, into Coinbase from my bank account, which I've already connected. I'm going to preview that. Make sure everything is okay. I do not want to convert that to USD, so I'm gonna leave that turned off. I don't plan on withdrawing it soon, but it's available to trade instantly. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and deposit now. And it looks like the maximum that I can transfer on a daily basis is $5,000. So the deposit is pending. They'll email me with deposit updates. You can leave this page, right? Okay. So right now, again, it's a waiting game. And once I receive that confirmation, we will pick back up on this video and move on to the next process. Okay. But for now, guys, let me revert back to one other thing that you really do want to be aware of. Not only do you want to log transactions as they are triggered in your account, but you also want to get free money. Okay, so I encourage all of you guys, use these referral links in here, because by doing so, number one, you're going to help yourself because you're going to be earning free money. And once you have a Capital One account, a Discover card, or whatever the case is, and then once you have a Coinbase account, you can come out here, use their referral links, and send them to us using this link right here. Okay, when you do that, your link will be incorporated in these. So anytime someone clicks on it, registers for a wallet or registers for a account, credit card, or whatever the case is, your link will iterate through these as well. And that's going to help you generate even more money without having to do anything. So you guys do participate in this particular venture because it is free money, guys. It is free money that you really don't have to do anything with. All right, so just a minute, I did receive an email from Coinbase. Let's see, the $4,750 is on its way, but you don't need to wait. You can use it to buy and sell cryptocurrency starting today. So did they, let's see, did they post that out there? Okay, yep, there it is. All right, so we can go ahead and begin purchasing Bitcoin. Now, in this particular video, guys, I'm going to purchase some Bitcoin, but since I've already purchased $250 worth here, I was going to go in and purchase $200 now at market, and then I'm going to break it up a little bit and we'll go over the rest of this in the next video. However, just to show you guys how to purchase in Coinbase. For those of you that are not familiar, I am going to go out and purchase $10 worth of Bitcoin and show you guys how it's done and how I log it to my Excel spreadsheet. Okay, so I'm coming out, and the first thing I'm going to do is come over here, click on buy. I'm going to do a market order, and the amount that I want to buy right now is listing. And let me make this a little bit bigger so you guys might be able to see it better. I'm going to buy an amount in US dollars. I want to specify it in US dollars. So right here, I'm only going to buy $10 worth of Bitcoin. Well, it's not showing it over here in this section, and that sucks. Let me click on add funds and let's see what's going on here. Transfer from, no, I don't want to transfer. How do I transfer from normal Coinbase to this? Okay guys, I really didn't have to do a thing. It just takes time for that amount to update, both in Kraken and Coinbase and Coinbase Advanced. Okay, so that 4750 did update just in a matter of minutes. I guess it just has to pass that time. But anyway, let's get back to this buy order. So we buy in market, and I want to purchase $10 worth of Bitcoin. Okay, so however much that is, I'm going to come down and notice, guys, see, I'm only paying 12 cents for that. Where if you remember in this particular instance here, when I purchased $10, I paid 99 cents. So this is why you want to use Advanced. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and buy this, and we're buying it at whatever the market price is. Now, if I didn't already have that $250 there, I would have purchased about $200 worth. But since I'm already sitting on $200 right now, I only send $47.50 over, and just using this $10 just to show you how to purchase it. So they did take out my $10 worth of Bitcoin right there. And now I can come over to my transactions. So we can either go to regular Coinbase or out here in Advanced. If you click on portfolio, you can view the transactions. Okay, and well, today is the 5th, so I deposited those funds and I purchased $10 worth of Bitcoin, and I got that amount of Bitcoin. Okay, so I'm going to copy this. Actually, let me show you guys how to update this spreadsheet. So typically, what I'll do, I'll just do a copy here, and then on the next line, I'll hit a Control-Shift+ and copy that, and then just update the values here. Okay, so with this, I purchased that much Bitcoin, so I'm gonna copy this and paste it here. And I paid $10, I know for it, and I paid a fee of 12 cents. Okay, so I can just put in that 12 cents there. Okay, so now I've invested $260. I have this amount of Bitcoin, and in the next video, guys, I'm going to start entering trading positions, because right now, with the market still in a somewhat of a downtrend, I don't want to purchase the whole $5,000 worth today, right? I want to actually put in some buy orders, some buy limit orders. So as the price continues to fall, I do want to get more Bitcoin for a lower amount of money. Okay, so we will pick up on that in the next video. For now, you guys have a great weekend, and we will holler on the next one. Peace out.